Hello there. Yeah, I haven't forgotten about you. Or actually, I may have almost forgotten about you. It's amazing. Um, this is the Criterion Collection reviewer, me Jackson, speaking to you from Beyond the Ultra World. And we're finally back with a brand new the second entry, Seven Samurai. Oh my God, was this long or was this long? I swear. I mean, what can you say about Seven Samurai? What can you say about Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai? Well, let's hear what I can say. Plot. Well, it's about these seven samurai, and they guard a village from bandits, and that's about it. There's more, of course. One of them is the leader. Kambai is the leader. He's the wise, like silent, not silent, but forceful kind of type. Only forceful when he needs to be. There's who else is there? Shichiroji. I forget who he is. He's the side aide. I think is Kami's aide. Actually, that's Gorobi. Gorobi was the aide. I'm looking at the cast list on the back. You can probably pronounce these names better than I can. Um, Kyuzo is a guy. Katsushiro, who's the young Padawan kind of character. He's like, hey, pick me, pick me, pick me. Hey, let's go out and battle. Hey, and Heihachi is another. I think that's a guy. I don't remember. And of course, I had to leave the surprise member of this gang, um, Kikuchiyo, played by the wonderful Toshiro Mifune, the jokester, the weird like eighth turned seventh member of the gang. It's like the comic relief and just all around the the scene stealer for the most of the movie. Any scene he's in, he just acts like an idiot, and I was like, this nigga's crazy. This motherfucker's crazy. Throwing panties on stage. Oh my goodness. Oh man, but it is a little, yeah. So if I seem tired, it's because I essentially tried to sit through, the whole 3.5 hours, almost 3.5 hours long. It's very, very long. I think it's probably the most ambitious Japanese movie well, the only I've seen, whatever, the most ambitious Japanese movies ever made, and therefore one of the most successful and most, acclaimed, um, most important, I guess. Um, but yeah, let's get to skip the plot. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say as far as, of course, there's so many elements of other movies that you see nowadays that can be found in this one, such as, of course, boy meets girl. The young guy meets a girl named Sheena, one of the farmer. They fall in love, and she has to dress like a boy at first. And so at first he thinks he's a girl. I mean, first he thinks he's a boy, and he finds out she's a girl, and they fall in love, and blah blah blah. And she acts all weird at him at the end. By the way, spoiler alert, four of them die. That's so sad. I was so upset. It's just like, why did four of them die? But Kanbei declares them losers for the farmer. They declare the farmers the winners, which I think is just really appreciating. Um, yeah, it's just like all that fighting, and yet you still declare yourself a loser. That's just so wrong of you. But at the same time, I guess that's what makes it a great film, is when you realize that you didn't do as well as you thought you could. Maybe it's because there were more farmers in the end. There were only three samurai surviving. Um, yeah, it's like a bit of a questionable ending. It's a debatable ending as well. But at the same time, it's one of those brilliant. Oh my god, this is brilliant. I just can't stand it. Ugh, I just can't stand it. I love this movie, and I want to take it home and make passionate love to it. Yes, that's how most people regard Seven Samurai. I'm sure. I haven't talked to a lot of people about this movie, but again, I didn't know until just a couple. Finished it about 10-15 minutes ago. So yeah, other things I liked about this movie, I thought, of course, Kikuchiyo, we'll pronounce it Kikuchiyo, is hilarious. I thought he was a great little addition. It was, and it's weird because you basically see most of it as a drama, so it's hard to like find things that you want to laugh at. It's like you don't afraid to laugh at it because essentially it's a drama and like all of a sudden there's this weird like comic relief in it. It's like, okay, what's this all about? Funny stuff. Apart from that, I love the final scene with the rain. The rain battle was brilliant. I don't think they did those on set, and if they didn't, then for Power that was really filmed, shot, and all that. Apart from that, what else can we say about Seven Samurai? Yeah, there's not much else to say really. I thought it was very, very good movie. I thought it got my attention most of the time. I thought there were a couple of points at the beginning of the movie where I was a little confused. Maybe because I just have a hard time like knowing who's going to be like more part in the cast. Who's going to be the main samurai. I was like, okay, who's going to be the samurai? I couldn't tell. I thought they were already all established. They're a team that comes together over time. So yeah, that threw me off a little. But apart from that, once they got the team together and it all made sense, I could, of course, I didn't know anybody's name, and everything kind of made sense toward the end. Once they got into the village, it all made sense. So yeah, once you get past the kind of like choppy, awkward, putting them together, you've got yourself a really nice drama, a really nice action film, a great action film actually. There's a lot of, all the fighting and oh man, the archers had me gasping when they shot him right in the back all the time. They just kept getting the guys being dragged away off the trip. So yes, that's pretty much it. I'll leave it like that. Grade, I give it a B plus. Why B plus? Because it's 3.5 hours long. Cut it down. Slow your roll. Now, I would prefer to see the full 3.5 hours versus the 50-minute less version that apparently America issued out to us because somebody apparently thought that we couldn't sit through 3.5 hours of Japanese action and subtitles. And this, getting used to them through the Grand Illusion, was a big a big help with this one. So yes, a B plus, just basically on length. Apart from that, everything else was pretty awesome. I mean, yeah, and the ending was a bit sad. 4 of them dead, the other 3 just kind of floating. It's like they weren't even the victors. Bah. Anyway, that's all I got about the Seven Samurai. There were no bonus features on this one, apart from the trailer, which is pretty cool. They had a little showcase for Kikuchiyo, which I thought like he's wild and fancy free or something like that. That's funny. Yeah. So yeah, apart from that, there was commentary, but we're not doing commentary. And that's about it. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, apparently the Criterion Collection have been reissuing certain DVDs from their earlier years, such as this one. This one got reissued. I don't know if it got a new spine number or not, but if it did, then I don't know, we'll do later. But I've got the newer one coming in from the library, and apparently they did make sure that they put as many bonus features as they did. And so if it does have a substantial amount of bonus features, it's worth the review video whenever. I don't know when it's going to come in. It'll be like probably sometime next week. I'll get it. I mean, as soon as I get it in the library, I'll do the video and upload it, so you'll know what the new special features are. And yep, that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Sometime next week, Lady Vanishes #3, Alfred Hitchcock in English. It'll be happy. Well, it won't be happy, but it'll be happy because I'll hopefully be able to take notes because I won't be looking at the screen all the time. You know, trying to figure out what's going on by reading the little text at the bottom. So that's it. Samba Samurai B+. Great job, Kurosawa. And I can't wait to see you on Rashomon. Anyway, Criterion Collection out. See you sometime next week with The Lady Vanishes. Bye-bye.